sword and with wit.
Alright, let's do an overview here of what units he starts off with. Heavy Sword Skirmisher is a tier 3 heavy frontline unit, extremely good, has Vanguard deployment, can hide in scrubs. The tier 1 version of that unit is the Sword Skirmishers. We get 2 of them, which is basically a weaker version of those ones, except they are light mass instead of heavy, so that's a very steep difference, even though that does improve their speed, but only by 11, even though you might expect it to be more of a difference between a heavy and a light unit. He does get access to an Islander, which is basically a better version of the Militia. They have Unspottable, and they don't have Expendable. Then you have Exemplary Ambushers, which are a tier 3 version of the Ambushers. These units have almost all the same abilities and attributes, except that the Exemplary get access to Snipe, so they can shoot while being hidden, even though the range is extremely short. So you want to make sure you try to improve the range just a little bit more, so you can keep shooting without being noticed. Overall, really valuable units. Note that the Exemplary Ambushers have a 3 administration burden, while the Heavy Sword Skirmishers have a 2. Both of them have bronze upkeep, but Heavy Sword Skirmishers do not cost gold to recruit. Exemplary Ambushers do, which is a pretty steep thing to have to manage. Now, we started the campaign with a spy. We just want to take him up somewhere where we can just build a save haven and just basically put it there and leave it as it is. So we're just gonna take this guy all the way up here, and then we're gonna go right there, and we're just gonna start a save haven there. And we need that for the first epic mission. We're gonna leave this here built as it is. We're not really gonna do anything with it for now. The first epic mission requires you to build one of these buildings, so we'll manage that in a little bit. We're gonna keep all of these units and engage this army in a little bit. First off, we're gonna build the grain carts here, and let's go over the unique buildings that we have access to in this faction. So the ports can go to tier 5 all the way to Sea Market. We also have access here to, let me go to a major settlement. We also have access to 3 unique resource production settlements. 1 boosts food at a cost to happiness, 1 boosts wood production at a cost to influence and siege holdout time, and the final one boosts gold production at a cost to growth and a steep penalty to recruitment cost. The effects of the growth and influence based buildings of the administration buildings get put together in stone houses and can reach all the way to tier 5. And then Odysseus Palace combines the happiness effect of the spy recruitment building, along with the ability to recruit envoys and spies and increase their capacity. And then you also can get an extra ambush chance increment in the province, and a reduction to getting ambushed in this province as well. So it's, this is built in a region, but the effect is province wide. Now, Odysseus here, we're just gonna take him to engage this army, but first let's look at the ancillary we start out with, which is an Odysseus Boarhelm that boosts armor by +5 and battle speed by +5%. He also gets access right away to Sure-Footed, which is achieved victory in multiple island battles. At tier 1, he has -10% to attrition in deep sea waters and +4% when fighting at sea. Just an additional bonus that you should take into account when you're doing the campaign. So aside from that, let's engage this army and have some fun, and select the treasure hall to get more gold per turn, which is the first royal decree that you should always go for across every single faction in the game. Let's begin this battle. Really unfavorable in terms of auto-resolve, and I could get a lot of losses from doing this auto-resolve, so we'll just fight this battle manually. Let's begin. Alright, for this battle, we're gonna put the Islander and Odysseus, which is a bodyguard of basic bowmen, together to just engage the enemy from the front. But we're gonna have all of these units which have Vanguard deployment flanking the enemy from the top of this hill to get a very favorable engagement on the enemy. Let's begin. Let's grab all of these units. But they might become visible as we proceed towards the enemy, so let's make sure we start going all the way up here. See how visible we become. Let's move these guys forward just a tiny bit so we can actually engage faster once these units start getting closer to the enemy. So let's go over, let's see, maybe you guys can go right here, and all of you guys right here. Oh, they're not all visible. Interesting. Okay, so let's make sure that we stay within the scrubs here. There we go, something like that. And make these guys go forward. Very good overall. And then let's start getting these guys all the way down here. Oh my goodness, this is going to be super good for me. And of course, we want to make sure at least one of them becomes visible. So let's see, let's move this guy. This is my heavy sword skirmisher, right? Yeah. Okay. Can I actually shoot this guy? Let me see. Right out of range. All right, come on. Come on. Which one has snipe? It's this one, right?
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Oh my god. Come on.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Big pile up, big pile up. Let's go here. Oh, there's one more unit here. Okay. Back up, back up. There you go. Melt, 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 melt. Rotate these guys over here. You guys go for these ones. You guys go... Actually, keep shooting these guns. Very good. And we both can engage this guy. And then you can just keep getting good pot shots at this one. And you can keep shooting this ambusher. Right there. Very good. Overall progress. Melt these guys. They're done. So just shoot this one. Yeah, these guys are toast. There we go. All right. Very good. This poor hero is getting shot from 3 different areas. That guy's shattered. There's no way he's coming back. All right, I think that's it, right? Everybody's shattered. Very good. So overall, not very good placement with my ambusher unit, but the enemy definitely got done for. So we definitely want to get as much food as we can early in the game. So let's get for this extra treasury of 240 food. They can recruit better units as we progress across all of these settlements. We're not going to get any skill points utilized right now. We're going to wait till we get collector 2 points. We can get collector captive so we can replenish more units after a battle. Now let's engage this settlement. Not very favorable, but what he has is a lot of units with expendable, and then 1 light swordsman, which is the only scary unit that he has, which we should be able to eliminate. Let's begin. Alright, we're gonna move everybody across this area here, creating sort of a choke and taking advantage of my missile firepower as I shoot the enemy. I'll probably move these islanders to actually flank some of the missiles and keep them distracted. So let's actually move you, Odysseus, over here. Come on, get over here. And then move these guys closer towards the edge of these little bushes. Alright, come on, there you go. It'll take some time for me to get where I need to. So let's go. We'll make sure that I don't lose too much stamina as I get to the points in the map that I need to actually get to. Let's move this guy here. Guy right over here. And which is my heavy sword skirmisher. Right, you gotta look for the hexagon. These guys are circle, meaning that their what do you call it? Their mass difference is actually highlighted like that. So there we go. Move these guys over here. All right, I think that's good. So let's actually proceed to just grab the entire group, rotate over this way, something like this. There you go. Keep these guys not visible. We can do a pretty good flank on some of these Achaean slingers and inflict a lot of damage on them. I definitely want to melt the hero as soon as I can. So let's see, can I actually get... Yeah, both of you like this. And then what's the range? Yeah, they got some pretty good range. I gotta watch out for that. Yeah, come over here. I gotta be very careful here.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
All right, move forward. That's okay. That's okay to get shot. That's okay. Shoot his ass. Shoot his ass and melt his ass. Come on. Alright, make these guys visible. Alright, rotate to the slingers. You rotate here. You rotate to shoot these slingers right there. And I think these guys are trying to do a flank, so I gotta watch out for them. Watch out. Shoot to him. There you go. Melt them, melt them, melt them all. Come on.
Your hero is under attack.
That's okay. Let him actually shoot me.
Combat ready. Strike hard. Destroy the foe.
Oh, we got good shots at this guy right now.
Ready to serve.
Very good progress. And we're gonna pop Flight of Artemis in 2 seconds.
Your warriors have been routed.
Very good. That's okay to route. That's okay. Melt them all. Heavy sword skirmishers, go for these guys. And then get these guys to back up so we can actually pop some of those javelins on the enemy.
Is close enough to taste.
And what are you guys shooting at? Alright, I think that's the enemy shattering. That's the combat potential reaching the threshold of the army losses. Alright, that's it. Let's get out of dodge. A lot of units took a lot of HP losses in this battle, but I think we should be able to replenish in 2 to 3 turns-ish. Alright, we're not changing any of the buildings of the regions that we've acquired so far. I'm starting to recruit 3 young spears. And if you win this battle, I've noticed this from the many early game tries that I've tried. There's a good chance that you can actually get the Procreate Spear from acquiring this settlement, which increases the melee attack of spear units and lowers the recruitment cost by 10%. I also recruited a Archer Skirmisher hero because I want to use a separate hero, any of them, just to grab this settlement down here in due time, but also to get an additional unit to engage this settlement, right, over the next turn. Aside from that, good progress. We're not going to use any points on Odysseus. Nothing to do with Divine Will for this turn. Let's continue. Alright, I'm putting most of my armies into forced march to get into this settlement faster. This army tends to go in this direction if you follow the guide so far, and then retreat back to this settlement. So we'll have 11 units to engage his 10 units if he moves this army back, but it'll be in forced march, which will really help me in the engagement of that settlement. No changes to the overall construction of buildings. No other changes in Divine Will or Royal Decrees. Let's continue. All right, this turn it gets a bit tricky with how to move your armies. First off, I am building up the boathouse here to level 2 in order to get more resource production, more food and growth in the region. It's good to build up these ports as fast as you can. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna move Odysseus really close to the settlement, somewhere around here. Depending on where you put the army, it actually lets you engage the settlement that turn. So now there, we are actually in a situation where we can engage. We do want to get the bowmen on land as well, so I can actually add this unit to the battle. There we go. And there we go. So now we have an additional unit. We can auto-resolve as is and still win. I will actually want to do this battle manually because if I get my army way too weak during an end turn, I could potentially get an enemy to see me too weakly and strength rank in diplomacy. And I don't want to add any additional enemies that I don't want to manage going to battle against early in the game. Let's go. I normally do these battles dry in the early game so I don't get manipulated by the weather unfavorably. Let's have some fun with the fog and just see how it goes. So the archer is going to come from this direction, so I definitely want to take advantage of that unit coming into the battle. But additionally, I also want my sword skirmishers to just melt enemy units in the early game as is. And also utilize my javelins for the same reasoning. Let's get these guys right here and we can just start shooting the enemy as they are in this area. And these 2 javelins can shoot up whoever stands in this area right there at the edge of the map. This is the good side of having Vanguard deployment, is just how much range these units have and how strong you can actually engage them. Just at the top of the bat with your Vanguard deploy units to just weaken their HP. And let's get Odysseus. Yeah, you can actually stay right around here behind these Islanders. Let's go.
The gods smile.
There should be some units around here.
Here.
All right, there we go. We should start to be able to melt these basic militia units. All right, the enemy's actually moving forward. Let's get these guys forward this way to prevent any flanks. And then you go back this way to actually shoot some of the enemies. Okay, and the heavy sword skirmishers can engage these ones. You shoot the general. You shoot the general. And then you guys actually rotate.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Yep, melt, 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 melt. for these slingers. Go for these spearmen. Oof.
One of your units has no more ammunition.
Keep chasing them all. Keep chasing them all. Here, we need to shoot this general as much as we can. Just melt them. My heavy sword skirmishers got in a bit of a pickle, but that's okay. There. These militias are gonna rout any second now. Let's get out of this engagement. Take out these guys.
Is under attack.
That's okay. Let him be under attack. It's just some skirmishers. And then you guys rotate this way. You keep the Achaean slingers busy. That general's dead. Go for this one. Nice. Those ones are done. Melt the general. Melt the general. Come on.
Your warriors are rallying.
Yep, keep them all busy. Nice. And my heavy sword skirmishers are alive again. Very good.
Victory is close.
Not sure what the hell this guy has been shooting at, but I guess he's been shooting at somebody. Let's get these guys out of there so they don't get any more collateral damage. And you can shoot these guys. Oh, we got Flight of Artemis. Very nice. Make sure that general cannot come back to the battle. You can melt those ones. You can melt this guy. Very good. That guy's still rallying, so I gotta be careful with him. Alright, I think that's it. The combat potential has hit. Alright, very good. Another very dirty battle, but still a decisive victory. Alright, to finish this turn, I'm gonna recruit 3 more young spears. I'm gonna keep this as it is and keep continuing to get the grain-based building up in level, as long as finishing up the boathouse building. And then no divine will just yet, because the first one I want to do is Aphrodite, but I want to do it once I actually get this commandery all the way down here in the far southeast. Let's go. Alright, here I am going to recruit 3 sword skirmishers so I can get a better frontline unit, because the young spears won't potentially hold the line as well due to their lower armor. And I'm actually building up the bronze workshop to level 2, because I want to finish building up a main building to complete one of these missions that gives me a good amount of stone of 300. And I also want to get one of these main buildings to the highest level to get that elite unit that appears as an option when you complete that mission that comes up. I actually went for the warrior camp's commandment in the previous turn, so I can start recruiting all of these units at a cheaper value. The young spears will be for flanking and charging any weaker units, and then the sword skirmishers will just melt the enemy before the enemy engages me. I am going to disband this islander unit because I want to replace it for a sword skirmisher, and I still want a couple of basic Achaean slingers to apply a -4 morale penalty to the enemy as I'm engaging it. Let's continue. Alright, I want to finish off this army that I have here and completely build it, but I don't necessarily want to get or keep this islander, and I have one more unit that I still need to recruit. I could get local recruitment capacity up by 1, but I'm not going to waste my hecatomb on Ares, which should just go back down, and that's all that I'm gonna get to it from it. So let's drop this, and then we're gonna get, let me see, 1, 2, 3 more Achaean slingers, and we can get 5 of them. And then here, let's recruit another general, because I want to actually declare war on enemies sort of on a line, basically going this way before proceeding northwards towards these ones. And there should be a main army stationed at this main settlement here that I need to watch out for. But I could potentially siege this settlement and keep the enemy from moving outwards while I proceed to grab this one with my main army. So let's actually keep this guy recruiting 3 more units. And then I'm going to have to recruit 2 more units as well, which will be the next turn. And from there, I do want to recruit another general, which probably I would do at this location. And I want to get a Warlord Mentor. Here's one. And it says here that his motivation goes down if he loses a battle or is in a province with negative populace. So I should be able to manage his overall motivation so it doesn't go too bad. My ammunition burden went to tier 2, which is great. I did get penalized with more food upkeep faction-wide by 15%, so it's about a 209 food total increase. But I can manage the hit that I'm going to be taking due to the upkeep cost of these weaker units. So I should be able to manage having an entire army with just a little bit of negative food overall, while I still build up this commandery in level in time. Aside from that, this guy's gonna reach all the way down here in 2 turns. That is all for now. Let us continue. All right, continuing here, I'm gonna change the warrior camps to organized games since I won't be recruiting units in this province anymore. I'm moving Odysseus, to grab this minor settlement, while this guy, I stepped on this faction's territory so I can siege the location, and he won't be able to move his units outwards as I'm sieging it on the end turns. This guy is really close to grabbing this settlement. We should grab it the next turn. And I am starting to build up this major settlement to tier 3 so I can get a major settlement completed in level, so I can get the reward of an elite unit, which I don't think has appeared just yet, but it'll appear in due time. Without further ado, let's continue to turn 7. It is time to declare war on this faction here that is directly to our east. I'm building up another minor settlement up in level to get even more growth and stone. All 3 of these resources are very valuable in the early game. I got this guy to step on this settlement, but he is on force march, so I can't actually acquire the settlement. We're gonna take this guy to engage this army and keep it sieged and mess him up. Basically, just keep him engaged. Let me see what he has. Nothing really scary except the 3 skirmishers. Okay, very good. And then this army, I can actually... This other one here, the one of Odysseus the champion. Or that's actually Achilles who says that. Whoops. Let's go right here, and then we can engage this, and really favorable engagement for me. We're just gonna do the decisive victory. And the good thing is that this is actually a coastal region, so acquiring it will be very favorable for me. So let's do this. And now this actually gives me wood, which actually I do need to help stabilize this area. And then I still have 3 more units to recruit, and I do have access to getting Achaean slingers here, and I did want to get 3 more of them, so that will do there. The young spears that I have here are actually pretty weak, but they're okay. I can still actually be able to recruit them. That should be okay here. And then this one I'll siege. I'll probably have to disengage, right? Because the enemy will engage me in the end turn. So I'll put Odysseus in ambush stance. So I engage this army in ambush and take it out. There should be some good ambushing areas around here to get the enemy to pursue me. And we'll get this up in level. And then this will acquire it the next turn. Let's go. Alright, so continuing this turn, I put Odysseus here in ambush, so I can actually pull this army towards me and see if he actually engages. He might go for this minor settlement, so I have to be very careful if he decides to do that. Actually, I won't be very careful. He potentially just take it. Then this guy is going to grab this settlement here. I can just occupy it as is. So now we have this major settlement acquired, and we want to get organized games, and I want enough wood to actually build this place up. I don't have enough for it right now. The organized games will be activated. So what I can do here is actually get Aphrodite up in level to actually get the organized games running, and the prayer for it as well. So that will actually be good for me for my major settlement to get even more happiness as is and growth, as well as this settlement once the organized games activates. Now I don't need this general down here anymore, so I can save in this overall hit to food that I was getting, and I lowered in administration burden, so that helps me as well in my overall food upkeep. Now let's continue. So he actually decided to engage, and the ambush has been successful. It would be a Camian victory, but I think this ambush is going to be very favorable for me. Let's do this. Ooh, I think the enemy decided to actually do this battle in fog. Interesting. So I want to make sure that I actually get a pretty good angle on the enemy to shoot him down from. Let's see. We can actually put all these guys... Oh my goodness, it's super wide. Yeah, something like that. Get super wide with all of these guys, like that. Get these ones all the way over here, because I want to make sure that these guys just chase through the skirmishers and we take them out. So we can do that this way. And then I want to get all of these guys actually on this front. Everybody hiding? Not really. Or something like that. Everybody just hiding over here. We're going to turn off fire at will, and then we'll actually melt the enemy down. Actually, let's put you here. Okay, there we go. Everybody's over here hiding. Wait, what the hell? Are you guys on top of each other? Oh, right. Okay. Odysseus is visible for some reason. Let's make sure these guys are actually over here. Gotta make sure they're actually able to flank and then shoot the enemy down from the side. Make sure you got fire at will off. And then you guys... Gotta be careful that you're actually not visible where you're actually standing so close to the enemy. There, wait. What's this guy? Oh shit, I grabbed the wrong person. Here, both of y'all over here. And then all of y'all here. Okay, excellent. There we go. So definitely want to make sure that I grab everybody that's over here. We chase directly the actual missiles that are going to be on this side. And then everybody else goes forward and eliminates all of these melee units that are in this area. And I should have the precursor javelins on. Yep, there we go. All of this is off. And then over here, we can actually turn it on. Make sure we just keep shooting the enemy. All right, I think that's it. Let's actually do this and begin. Oh yeah, so shooting. Start shooting at the enemy. Oof. Yes, that's exactly what I want to see. Okay, here. You're here. You're here.
Reinforcements are here.
You're here. And then y'all, get ready to fire. And we need y'all to actually get all the way over here.
At your command! Hungry for glory! Masters of war!
Alright, come on. Okay, that's gonna confuse the enemy for a little bit.
Your hidden units.
Come on, get over here. These guys will be super weak. Let's just shoot this one. You shoot this one. You shoot this one. You shoot this big pal. You over here. You as well. You over here. And then the line is not being held too well. We need to actually push out these guys. Come on. Shoot the big pal. There we go. And we need to provide some flanking power. These guys are done. You guys keep going for these ones. You keep chasing these guys. Is everybody able to shoot? It appears so. Good. Now shoot the general. Actually get a volley off on these guys. We can get a volley off. Actually, get a volley off there. And Rage, not really built that far up. Come on. Flank here. Rotate here. Both of you, shoot this guy. You need to get this way. Excellent.
Victory is close.
Excellent. And then here, these guys are all weak. Let's start shooting general. Rage is pretty low. Come on. Nice. And we got all those morale penalties on all these guys. Oof. Really good. And a Rage is going to hit here.
Is under attack.
Nice. Stop. Chase. I think they've all shattered. Oh my goodness. Beautiful. So beautiful. Make sure they all are super weak after this battle. Yep. Cause as many losses as possible. Oh yeah. Did we ever even get to this general that was over here? Oh wow, we did. Damn. Okay, very good. I did take a lot of losses on my front line because they were sustaining for so long, but I think we're good here. Let's get out of here. And I should have the battle captives ability selected. So that's plus 20% battle captives. So this army should have some pretty good replenishment after enduring from this engagement. So let's see here. Yep, plus 14%. Very good. So that should actually help me here. I get a lot of food, but I think my food is going to stabilize from now on. Let's get that. And additionally, they didn't inform me all in the previous turn. I actually got I'm recruiting 3 units of, I believe, islanders are on this secondary army here of that single general, so I could have enough to take this major settlement ASAP. In the previous turn, I also decided to complete the epic mission, which was to just build a safe haven somewhere. So I just built a missile one, skirmishers camp, here in this place that I put this one. So I got plus 3 growth faction wide. I got plus 10 diplomatic relations with the Achaeans and extra experience for Odysseus, which is really going to help me here. And then I got Prayer of Aphrodite activated. So now if I look here, now this place has a good amount of happiness coming in. So now I'm actually going positive. So I'm not going to have a rebellion here. And as it is, I do need some more food. So I need to actually build up as many places that produce food as possible. But additionally, I also need to keep my bronze income as high up as I can. Odysseus actually leveled up, and I had selected the fatigue reduction skill in the previous turn. Let's get the next upgrade that further reduces fatigue reduction. And now that gives me a lot of fatigue reduction, so my units in combat do not drop in stamina as fast as my enemy possibly can. Let's start moving forward and see what he has here. So the main army, which is weak, is actually in the settlement. And what I want to do here is actually try to see if the enemy engages me outside of the city walls. So I'm not even gonna take these guys to engage the settlement. Let me actually just take Odysseus by himself.
Spill some
There
blood.
we go. So he thinks he can actually take me on as it is without my reinforcements. And I could potentially, let me see. I think I can manage this. Yeah, because here I just gotta make sure that I neuter these 3 slingers. He does have an additional unit of axemen, which are pretty damn scary, but if I focus my ambushers on taking out his generals, I should be okay. I just wonder where the reinforcements are coming from, because I need to take them out as they're coming in. That's going to be really important. Let's see how this goes. Alright, so the enemy is coming from this area here, and there should be only 1 general unit that I'm actually going to be engaging on this side. So don't worry too much about him. I got to get all these non-vanguard deployment units closer towards this area as fast as possible. While all these units have their precursor javelins to shoot unit models as they're coming in to engage me in this area. Let's go.
The enemy is receiving reinforcements.
Come on, prevent the enemy from doing anything funny. Oh, nice. They're on vanguard deployment. That is so good for me. Alright, here they come. Oh, come on. You guys need to walk faster. Let's go. Oof. Oh, that general's gonna be taken out.
Units.
Oh my god. Alright, that's where they are coming from, all the way
One
back
of your
there.
units has no more ammunition.
Alright, pull back the weaker units. Get back here. Start melting this guy. Oof.
Your warriors have spotted hidden foes.
Okay, that's okay. Come on. Flank over here. Flank, flank, flank. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We can get some good volleys right here. And then can you actually sneak around like that? Oh my goodness, they're all gonna rout. They're all gonna rout. They're all gonna rout. And here comes the flank on this general. Can we actually shoot something that's like further out? Oh, ooh. Oh shit. Oh my goodness, this is just a massacre of epic proportions. If anybody else comes in. And this general's toast. And yep, keep shooting the higher value. Good unit selection there to shoot these ones. And that's the combat potential, right? Let me see, because I don't think there's any more units, right? Yeah, that's it for him. Yeah, let's just shoot it down as many units as possible right now. Very good. Shoot down this guy. Oh, this is just great. I think the auto resolve is going to be very favorable for me. Can we actually chase this guy over here? Let me see. There. I think I should be toast in a second. Yeah, forget about him. Go over here.
The enemy hero has sustained a wound.
Yeah, all the heroes are sustaining wounds. Alright, I don't think I can reach that one, though. Here. Alright, let me just fast forward, and just as long as I keep taking out unit models, that'll help the auto resolve in my favor as I take the settlement. Very good, and that's it, right? Nobody else? Alright, let's go. Alright, here, we're actually just gonna go for this settlement. It is a very decisive victory. Note, though, that this is a landlocked settlement. It actually does not have a port, so when I get this, it's just gonna be a major settlement that's gonna be wasted, and not really something purposeful that I want to hold. Now, there's something interesting that happens in this campaign. This Crane faction, the Arcadians, they are actually a Danaan pillar. You don't want to declare war on him because they can piss off your other Danaan pillars to actually want to declare war on you. But if you were to grab this entire commandery, you notice that he actually holds one settlement. And it's kind of hard to outright just ask for a settlement from a faction. But this commandery over here is really good because it has 3 coastal regions that you can hold, while only one of them, which is a minor settlement, is landlocked. So you do want this settlement. What you can do is get these 2 settlements and then trade them to this Arcadian faction. And then you can actually ask for this settlement if you trade this major one. So then you can get this entire commandery while not really going to war against this Danaan pillar that's up here. So let's actually start the process. Let's do the decisive victory here, and then we're just going to, okay, this is interesting here. We can just sack the settlement and get some pretty good overall resources, and then from there basically trade it to the enemy, to that faction. The lower the level of a settlement, the less value it is when you try to trade it. So you gotta try to keep track of that as you're going through the motions of this. I would say here that yes, sacking is going to be very valuable here to do, even though it's not that many resources, and because then I can just utilize this guy right here.
I have a plan.
Where is he? Just occupy the settlement, and then Odysseus. Oh, I got a pretty good item there. And then this guy now, Odysseus, is gonna move all the way up north. So actually, let's start moving him up here this way, and then from there we can actually start going up this way to start going to war against this guy. He has a 17 unit army that I have to be very careful taking care of. This just only requires 462 in repair costs to to repair. If I were to trade it to this faction, it's worth, let's see how much, because it is hurt. It's probably gonna be worth not that much, which is the negative part. We can just repair it here, and then from there take Odysseus here and just move him all the way up this way to this settlement that's up here. And then at this location, I'm building up the builders quarters so I can lower the construction time of all buildings in the region by -1, and I'm building up the fortified town so I get more growth in this region and I get it up in level, because I can actually level up to level 2 in 2 turns when I get population surplus at level 1. Without further ado, let's continue. Before ending the turn, I want to notify or mention a couple of things. I go for the Master Ambusher here because this gives you more success chance for ambushes, and if you get the upgrade of melee and charge, you can increase the charge of units and melee attack of units when doing a successful ambush by 15 and 10% respectively. And this combines very well with the stance Shadow, which can actually give you a new stance that's called Shadow that lets you do offensive ambushes like the Skaven and Aletha Narkin doing Warhammer 2. And you can go for the speed upgrade to get more army speed movement in ambushes to give you even more bonuses when doing ambushes in the campaign. Aside from that, really good progress here. I do want to make sure that I get over here this way as fast as possible so I can declare war on this faction and potentially go pull one of these 2 armies in ambush to take them out. And then here we do want to repair this, so let's repair it so it actually increases in value. So when I try to trade it to this faction, it's worth at least a little bit something. Let's see, I can stay where he is because he just grabbed this settlement. He doesn't have that much movement, and that will be it. Alright, this is turn 10, and it is time that I start proceeding northwards to start grabbing these regions here. I'm gonna maintain these ones as it is so I can keep getting some more wood that is very useful right now to let me boost up my economy, as many things cost a lot of wood to build right in the campaign from early to late game. I'm building up Ithaca to tier 3 so I can build up a temple here and get the building for the heavy sword skirmishers so I can then get really good units from early on in the game. Note that I'm gonna have to get a mass amount of bronze to get these units, as they cost 280 bronze to recruit, and that is a very steep price to have to pay, so I have to manage that very soon. I moved 6 units of the Achaean slingers to this army here so they don't require that much replenishment. So I moved all the units that needed replenishment. I think he had some of these islanders to get more replenishment since Odysseus is in this settlement. So I'm getting more young spears since I have a lot of excess food to get more units, and I can have more favorable outcomes against the enemy because he has 17 units at this front. When I declare war on him, it's going to be a very steep or a little bit hard to deal with that. I did get treasure haul finished, so I'm not getting 20 gold per turn. Let's go for royal stone all the way down to divine builders, so then I can get entreating the infinite and sacrificial teats, so then I can get more favor gain from hecatombs, less cost for hecatombs, and +2 favor loss per turn from gods, or sorry, to favor for the gods. And I think that will be it here. Let us continue. Alright, now things get very interesting because I can just outright declare war on this guy, but it'll pull Athena and Corinthians into war with me, and I really don't see the value of getting pulled into wars with both of these guys. So, I mean, specifically Athena, I don't want to go to war against someone all the way over there. That's going to be a distraction if he just AI focuses an army towards me, because I want to focus on the northwest in due time. So what I do here is, let's say that I do like a trade region, and I ask for a region that this guy has, right? And then I do issue ultimatum. They rejected the offer. My trustworthiness only dropped to -8. That is not a steep penalty. If it's at -9, that is really bad. By dropping to -8, I'm in the yellow, not in the red, and I should be able to manage any war declarations that come about because of what I've just done to declare war only with him. The ultimatum bypasses the military allies having a chance to get pulled into war against you, so you only go to war against the person that you tried to issue the ultimatum against. I'm putting both of these armies in ambush stance, so I can hopefully pull his main army towards me and then put him into more unfavorable terms, as the garrison will not reinforce him while my garrison will reinforce me. Let's continue. The ambush was successful, extremely good terms for me, even though he has a couple of tier 1 sword skirmishers, which is still better than the basic militia units, which actually doesn't have access to. He just gets access to Islanders. But anyways, this is really good for me. Now his main army is done, and I can focus on taking out the rest of his army. And let's get some good replenishment here from these units, and then keep building that up, so then I can get more battle captives from a trait that you get from repeating that that selection of the post-battle options many times. Now I got even more casualty replenishment because I gave him this item that other general got. So, or sorry, the Melapus cure. So he has plus 10% total casualty replenishment for units in his army. And he's rank 7 now, so he leveled up yet again. I had given him the Master Ambusher option that gave him more success chance to ambushes. Let's give him the million charge bonus, so units get even more bonuses to ambushing. The Ithaca building has now, region has now completed being built, but it's time to start getting a polo constructed here. I won't be able to get, or I won't be getting the heavy sword skirmishers anytime soon. I can focus on getting another building actually constructed here that would be helpful for me to have. I have a lot of main settlements here that I want to level up, and I want more what do you call it, research speed, so I can go for Cryo Square and then Messenger Square, and that's gonna help me in that aspect. I can go for more growth to potentially handle how much my influence is going down, because this building actually gives more influence given how many penalties I am taking due to all the minus influences that I'm getting from the buildings that I've put in this region. Let's actually build the cup houses for now. And then here, this army is not scary at all. And then this guy leveled up again, so this Warlord Mentor now leveled up twice. Let's get him Generous Host for more growth and happiness, and more favor with a god. So now he's gonna provide more favor for god. So he's gonna be favor Apollo. So he's gonna make sure that if I put him in wherever there's a temple of Apollo, it's only gonna drop by, you know, -5 per turn instead of -10 per turn. The previous turn, I selected the collector's office here to start building this and get more gold per turn. I want to get the walled city leveled up so I can get a temple of Apollo down there as well, but getting +4 gold is extremely valuable, so I selected that option. Here, it is time to keep going out here and start grabbing all of these regions. Let's move this guy right here, and then you here as well. And there, the chances, let me see. Wow, the garrison is not that bad. He's got Island Club Warriors, 2 light spearmen. He has a pretty good overall army here, and this is shielded clubmen, so it does have good armor and melee defense for a club unit. And then this is a fighter ravager with light swordsman. It's not really scary what he has, so let's just actually do the battle manually, because I think I'll perform better if I do it manually per se. Alright, I'm putting everybody hiding in this area. I selected fog just because it was the first option that appeared. Let's get these Achaean slingers on my what do you call it, with me. I can get a bit more missiles or better firepower from the back end to take out the enemy as I'm engaging it. The basic light swordsman unit is on this area, so I can start shooting him down with these Achaean slingers. Let me just wait for all these guys to come this way. We get all the units in this area over here. And let's make sure that I group up all my units that are respectively good for certain roles. So all of these are missile units. Let's make sure they're all right around here. Let's actually stack them like that. There we go. And then he is Island Club Warrior, so he should be actually good for flanking purposes, but he does have Leader of Men, which is pretty good. So let's actually put him here. Let me see. He actually hold the line better than the rest of these units. So actually, let's put him over here. Okay. And then all of these guys are going to be for flanking purposes. Yep, a couple of these guys have lower stamina because I've been walking for a long time, like the Favour of Apollo guys, so I got to be careful with that. Make sure that all of these guys here have defense on, so they don't actually chase units. I hate when that happens. Okay. Let's get these guys over here. Here we go. Wait, where's this guy? Whoops. Yeah, these light spearmen can be shot down by these guys, so let's actually move forward with all of these ones. Right around here. And this guy is the shielded clubman unit. That's the one I'm really worried about. Very good. Start melting down the light spearmen. I think they only have 40% missile block chance, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, come back this way. And then you guys come over here. Let's try to get some good angles on the enemy. And if I get all of these javelins to shoot this guy, that'll be great for me. God damn it, I didn't get the charge off. Come on. Come on, flank, 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 flank. And then you guys also flank this way. Excellent. Oof, good.
Victory is close enough.
All right, time to you guys actually sneak through to these guys. Can we actually get some shots off over here? Come on. And then missiles, I need you guys to get closer. Right there. Very good. You have leader of men. I actually haven't even kept track of this. No, come on, keep chasing the general. And then over here.
Hades has claimed the enemy hero.
Leader of men, still not active. Come on. Oh my goodness, this is just a complete massacre. I think this is gonna end pretty soon, right? Yep. Okay, combat potential has hit. Alright, really unfavorable terms for the enemy. Let's get out of here. Alright, Odysseus now is gonna move towards Aroe along with this general. I moved them out of the settlement because hopefully this guy can take this settlement with Odysseus reinforcing, and then Odysseus can grab the main settlement the same turn if he has enough campaign movement range. Aside from that, I'm building up everything in this settlement up to the highest level, including the training camp, just to build it for now. And then here the next turn, I should have enough wood to get this up with to a walled city, so that I can actually start building up the altar of Apollo in this region in the next turn. But in the next turn, I'm going to get +4 more gold from building that unique resource building that Odysseus has. Let's continue. Alright, I'm building up a Sanctuary of Apollo up to the next level so I can get the agents even for cheaper and get 200 favor of Apollo right now. I'm also getting this to tier 3 so I can build an altar of Apollo at this region. It is very soon in the next turn, I'm going to start recruiting the agents specifically the priestesses, at a higher rank, so then I can actually start getting these agents at a pretty good level, so I can get more favor, the priestesses specifically, so I can get more favor for them, and they can be at a higher rank to get that extra favor that I want. Now let's start actually moving forward here. Odysseus is going to reinforce this settlement. Let's engage here. I do want Odysseus to reinforce a couple of times, so he actually gets 10% more campaign movement range from the reinforcement trait. This guy occupies now this settlement. The question is, can Odysseus reach the main settlement? And the answer is yes. So I can actually take this specific turn here. Let's actually move this way. And it looks extremely unfavorable, this battle, but I think I can definitely take this. I have a lot of young spears and a bunch of the sword skirmishers, which are not at full health, which I gotta be careful with. But the enemy does not have a lot of precursor javelins, just these sword skirmishers here, and I can keep a lot of these units what do you call it, busy, focusing on certain units while others are able to flank on other sides of the siege. Let's go. All right, this is gonna be a bit of a messy battle, and I think I'll lose a couple of these units in this engagement, but we'll see how they do. Let's actually get a couple of these guys to just confuse the enemy. Let's move these two guys over here because they're really weak. I don't think they'll be able to do that much in the battle. But maybe by pulling some of the enemies away, I can actually climb the walls with more ease. Let's get all these guys where they are right now. Make sure I turn off fire at will for the precursor javelins. I think we're good here. Let's go. Let's see. He's got... Okay, very good. A couple of units are definitely, what do you call it, in areas that I do not care for them to be. That's more favorable for me. So I'm grabbing too many units here. Remove this one. And if I look at this now, I can just get all of these guys without having to cross the siege walls. And then these guys can climb this way. Very good. And then make sure that I pull these guys over here. There's a unit of island club warriors. Oh, they're actually a pretty good area there. Gotta be very careful as I'm putting up around here. Okay, very good. It's a fog battle, so at least the range of the towers is reduced. It's actually better for me.
The foe has sighted your hidden units.
Put these guys right here so they don't actually get shot. Oh, yeah. Very good. Come on, guys. You can climb up. Yeah, I believe in you. There's a unit of islanders that's not that strong. The sword skirmisher, thankfully, they weren't on the walls, so the precursor javelins didn't actually shoot me as I was there. Okay, very good. Okay, here we go. We should start eating up these guys. Make sure the tower actually... Nice, we got this tower as well. Alright, all four of you. You guys actually stop shooting there. And let's get these guys over here, because this tower is going to be acquired in a second. Oh, Odysseus, you're getting shot. Yeah, right here. Excellent. And how's this looking? Oh, there, everybody's running away. Oh my god. Don't run away. Come on. Oh, those spearmen are doing pretty good. Uh-oh. All right, make sure all these guys take out this guy on the walls right here. There's sword skirmishers. So one of the guys is losing heart. It's one of the young spears that's facing on these light spearmen head on. Now let's get these guys downstairs. And what's this? Come on, come on. Okay, who here has pretty good... Okay, how's this looking? They're gone. Okay, come on, get down. You take out these bowmen. They're shooting me up pretty bad.
You are about to capture the gates.
Oh no. Oh no, what's this? No, my young spears. Come on, flank, 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 flank.
Masters of war. Pull out. Wipe them out. Pull. Your warriors have been routed.
Okay, let him rout. Need these guys to get down so we can shoot these guys over here. Come on.
You have captured the gates.
All right. Let's distract these guys over here, and we need some support. Where's my heavy sword skirmishers? Yeah, go this way. And then sword skirmishers, you can take out these bowmen. I'm actually surprised how well these light spearmen are doing up here. Gotta take them out. And then these guys are all routing. Excellent. There we go. It'd be better if actually Odysseus actually chases after these guys. Oh wait, yeah, go after the bowmen there. Nice, they're done. Okay. Light spearmen are routing. These bowmen I should be able to take out in a second. Wow, these young spears are getting shot pretty bad. And then these renowned slingers are actually doing a lot of damage against me.
Thy Ares, your warriors are rallying.
All right, come on, renowned slingers. I need you to rout. Let's go. Is that everybody? Oh no, there's actually a couple more over here. Oh man, this is gonna take a while. I think that's the combat potential, right? Actually, no, it isn't. You guys are all getting shot. That's good for me.
Capture the gates.
Yep, let these guys get toasted, maloned. I need to get all these units that I'm running towards the settlement. They're actually in very low fatigue. That's not good for me. So let's actually stop moving as we're getting closer to the settlement. So all my statistics go back up. And these light spearmen, these young spears should be able to take out these light spearmen there. Even though Odysseus is not doing too hot there. Alright, where's this guy? Okay, that's him. This is group 1. This guy's group 2. And then these homies are just struggling. Just get them in the back. Oh, they were actually getting shot to pieces. Yep, some of them are actually, what do you call it? 50% of their stamina. That's the blue line. I gotta get them back up. Come on now. Come on, guys. Let's go. Oh, damn. I lost track of these guys. Shit. Alright. Their stamina isn't 100% up, but I think I should be okay. Get some of them to actually flank. I go this way. What do we have here? This is just a shielded clubman, so they'll inflict a little bit of damage to me. Ow!
You will soon hold the enemy's victory point.
Just need to flank them so their melee defense drops pretty bad. There we go. And then over here, the general. Oh shit! No, what are you doing?
Lost a victory point.
Oh my god! I almost lost these units. All right, let's get out of here. Okay, this turn 14, I'm gonna take Odysseus and recruit 3 young spears. I'm actually gonna declare war on this crane people because he's at war with all the big boys around him except the Corinthians, so he's basically done for. And by taking him out, then I can proceed to actually grab these 2 territories here, and then from there complete 2 entire commanderies. That'll be really favorable for me moving forward. I moved this army towards this direction because there will be a rebellion at this location that I need to manage. And then here, I can actually start recruiting a priestess. I'm actually gonna forget about that. Let's get a priestess here and complete these missions. And we just want to use her to boost up Apollo as much as possible. And we just keep farming her, or farming priestesses in this region to get this up and running. I also want to get this up in population to the next level here. Just need one population surplus. Get it to the next level so that I can build an altar of Apollo here as well. And aside from that, very good. Get this full army so I can push in this direction and finish off these factions around here. Let's go. All right, continuing this turn, I am ready to declare war on this faction. But let's see who's willing to give me the most amount of resources to declare war against them. This guy, 18, and then Mycenae. Let's see how much.
The Lord of Ithaca are always welcome.
0.5, and then Sparta.
I look forward to hearing you out.
6.4. So let's go back to Mycenae then. Is that the best that I got here? Yeah, let's go to Mycenae then.
Forward to hearing
and then
what you
declare
have
war
to
on these
say.
guys. And oh, sorry, not Mycenae, Argos, my bad. Let's go to Argos here. Declare war on the Arcadians here. And then from there, oh my goodness, this guy has a lot of resources. What I'm really running short on that's really affecting my overall economy as I'm building it up is wood. So let's get as much wood as I can out of this deal. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's bring it up to like 40 maybe. Yep, min-max that. Boom. All right, so we're at war with him now. And then now I can just proceed to grab this settlement here. Very good. Okay, excellent. So let's just do an occupation here, a basic one.
Occupy this place.
Ooh, nice. Very good item. So I don't know what he has around this area. Oh, that's a pretty steep settlement I have to manage. Okay, so I probably do want to recruit some more units given what I'm potentially gonna face in this direction. I don't have the taxation turned on here. There will be a rebellion in due time, but I'm gonna hold off on just pushing that way. This way, because there could be an army here that could just grab this settlement in the end turn. Although, could I just reach this settlement? It's best if I actually just get some of these units. Let's get 2 here. And then I got a full army here, so I really can't get any more units. Odysseus did level up. Is there any points that I want to use? I do want to get the shadow stance, so we're gonna get that later. And then here, this is leveling up. I need to use her here. 28 favor of Apollo, very good. So how high are we right now? 389, excellent. Let's drop her. Get a new one. Priestess. Athena's fine. Not like it matters. There's no Apollo there. All of these. Get Apollo. Very good. And then what's going on down south? Let's see. No altar just yet. And then here, next turn, I'll be able to get the altar constructed here. Let's continue. I'll set up an upgrade available. Yeah, we could actually upgrade this. And then here, we do need more bronze. And here as well. Let's get this up to level 3 here. All right, that's good. Let's go. All right, this turn 16. I got these 2 armies ready to try to take this settlement of this faction all the way over here. He might still have an army left. Maybe an army and a half. We got to be careful here. I think he has 3 settlements in total, but he's at war with all of these major factions, so he's going to be taken out pretty soon. Additionally, my happiness is in a pretty bad situation. I gotta be very careful here as I try to expand and keep taxation up across these regions. And as it is, some of them are positive, but I gotta keep track of the 2 in the mainland here of Sparta. And then Trinakir down here also has very low happiness. So I want to get a hecatomb of Aphrodite ASAP, so then I can get a prayer and the hecatomb popped. Or tier 1 of Aphrodite reached with the hecatomb to get organized games effect buffed greatly. And then from there, I also need to build the happiness building, but I want to do it once I get these to tier 3, which will take a little bit of time as I'm still building up the population surplus across a lot of these regions. But now we'll grab this region the next turn, and then from there, we'll have the entirety of 4 commanderies, which is an excellent point to be in the campaign. I recruited a priestess here to bring Apollo up in level even further as I keep building up the altars in other regions. Let's continue. All right, it is time to move forward. I used the priestess to get more favor of Apollo here. I recruited 2 priestesses because I finished another temple. So now Apollo's at 526 in favor, so he's pretty high up. If I look at hecatombs now, they're giving me 90 in total favor when I pop hecatombs. And then these 2 agents have extra favor of Apollo, so I can keep maxing it out. And I'm building up the armor because I want to get extra recruit rank for shielded units pretty soon. Now let's start moving onwards here and try to grab this region. Let's engage the settlement.
Count on me.
Okay, so there's a backup army there, reinforcing, but it is on forced march, so it's on very unfavorable terms. Let's go over here. Extremely good decisive victory. Let's do this. And then we do want to replenish, so we make sure that the auto-resolve on a garrisoned based location, because yeah, he has the guardhouse built here, so he has extra units. We're gonna go here and engage with what do you call it, with Odysseus reinforcing, so he can get the reinforcement trait and give him an additional amount of campaign movement range if he gets that trait. Let's go. All right, time to begin this battle. I've put the slingers in the area where my main Odysseus army is coming from, so they can all engage on this choke here and have a very good purview to shoot the enemy over these settlement buildings. And then these guys will try to flank and take out the enemy's missiles as soon as possible. Let's begin. So yeah, the enemy's probably gonna start rotating everything towards the left side of the map. So here comes all my main line. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, hold on. Wait for everybody to come in, because I get lost with all these units that are in here. Your missile, your missile, your missile. I'll go over here with the rest of these guys. And yeah, the enemy's adjusting a little bit. And then all of the sword skirmishers. Oh, wait, hold on. Group up all of these guys so I can keep track of who's who. There we go. Boom. And then all of the sword skirmishers, which is basically front line. And some of the islanders too. You guys will be right over here. And actually, let's put the islanders in the pile of the sword skirmishers, so they can actually soak up a lot of enemy hits, or the enemy charge bonus. They're really weak units, so as long as they do have some utility, like eating up the enemy's charge bonus, that's actually pretty good for me. And then the young spears are going to be behind, and how this is going to work is the sword skirmishers will hold the line for a bit. I'll pull them back, and then the young spears will come in to just charge the enemy in and then inflict a lot of melee attack and potential damage from the crazy amount of charge bonus that they get, which is 24, just, you know, which is a crazy battle to have, amount to have. And then here, let's move these guys over here, but I want, oh, that guy's actually out of the pile. I do want these two to be on this side of the group. Is that better? Let me see. Yeah, they keep getting moved, which is the bad part. So if I actually lock the group by putting these guys over here and move y'all over here, and I think what I'm gonna actually have to end up doing, no, I think this is good, and then we're gonna lock the group there and then put them on guard mode so they don't actually move out of the current position that they have. Okay, very good. These guys, you can start moving this way. And then half of you actually are gonna go all the way this way. No, not this way. We're gonna lose track of some of you, but it is what it is. 3 of you, 3 of you. And now let's get ready to start shooting the enemy. So what I want to do here is get all of these slingers closer over here towards these slinger units that are on this side of the battle, right there, and just start shooting them to death. And then these guys, I want them to be protected by the slinger fire, so they can get a lot of DPS damage on the enemy. Something like this. There we go. The surprising thing is that the enemy is actually not rotating his slinger units to start shooting me, which is really surprising. Right, come on, guys, move faster. Let's go. All right, stop melting them. Come on. There you go. Bro, if you shoot those ones, you 3 shoot these ones. You shoot the general. Yep, eat them up, eat them up. There you go. Let the islanders get popped. Excellent. Wakian slingers, very good. You shoot behind the pile. You get over here. All of you shoot these renowned slingers.
Your warriors are losing heart.
I get 3 of you. Shoot over here. You shoot the pile. You shoot the pile. Yep, keep using all your javelins. This is really good for me.
Victory is close enough to taste.
Come on, come on. Is all 3 of you actually shooting? Yes. And over here, how's this looking? careful. Careful, careful. And you guys, no, move faster. Come on. All of you guys shoot over here. Come on. Oh my god, this is disgusting. Oh, we're getting wrapped around. Careful. We gotta take out these slingers. That's the really bad part here. Very good. These guys rallied? Okay, come on, get in the pile. And then you keep chasing these guys. You get in here. Come on, guys. You guys need to be running. Let's go. Excellent. 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 Oh, my goodness. The dirty pal. Okay, so which of these guys are struggling? So what we're going to do. You guys are going to charge in. And then my entire front line. Let's pull you back. In 1, 2, 3. Shoot the bowman. Excellent. And here, did we surround these guys? Doesn't seem like we got a good surround off, but that's okay. Come on, come on. Good charge. Very good charge. Eat him up, eat him up. And then... Oh, I got you to stop using your rage. That sucked. Okay. I think that's the combat potential, right? Very good. Very good. Very good. Let's go. All right. Before clicking end turn, I decided to stop building the armor because it's going to be a while before I actually start recruiting the heavy sword skirmishers. So I'm building the Mason's Workshop so that I can get it to tier 3 so I can reduce construction time in the region by -2 for everything instead of just -1. It's going to help me build everything faster. And then here, I'll keep the priestesses as I mentioned, no change there. Here, I do want to make this into my region for recruiting agents. So I'm going to actually destroy the collector's office and remove this +4 gold per turn. So I can actually build the Odysseus Megaron here. So then I can get an extra happiness in the province because it's really struggling with happiness. And I want to lose a Dude War Rebellion. And I don't want to send an army all the way down there because it's so far away. Additionally, since I will stop getting gold from the region, I'll just stop taxing it so happiness doesn't drop that fast there. And in here, I definitely want to tax this place because of the amount of gold that you're actually acquiring from this region. And leveling it up to another level will give me 11 more gold per turn. So this is actually really valuable to build once I get enough population surplus to do so. But here, Odysseus will go back this way to repel that rebellion. This army will go this way to repel this rebellion. But now it's about controlling rebellions that are appearing in different areas and managing them. Let's go. All right, continuing this turn, I moved this army to reinforce this location and then take out this rebellion. That's one rebellion done. I lost 2 units, but that's okay. Pretty good barter. Let's take it. And we got the reinforcement range with this general as well. He got to rank 5, so now he's got an additional bonus here in order to get extra recruit rank for infantry units. But look at this over here. This is really nasty. I can get more wood or stone from Wise. And at the bottom level, those are the upgrades. And the bottom level, I can get more food, which I do need at this time. So let's get that. And now we're actually going to put him into Force March because I need him to go all the way up this way. Or he can actually go this way. Because I just need him at a location where I'm actually going to be wanting the favor for a god to not drop. Let's put him in Ithaca so that place does not drop as fast as possible. Odysseus cannot get to this rebellion. It's going to take some time. But now I have enough gold to do a couple of things. So I can do a Divine Will of Zeus, and then here actually get a Prayer to Zeus to a respected effect. In fact, I can even get it to celebrated effect if I wait long enough and switch this. So let's actually do this. Let's switch this temple here to Sanctuary of Zeus, and then from there I'll get 200 favor for him, and I'm gonna pop a hecatomb for Zeus, and that will actually get me enough favor to get above 300. But I'm gonna wait until I get the temple constructed to then actually do the switch of the temple. This one here, I don't have the gold to switch it right now, so it's gonna stay as it is. I'm gonna build Odysseus's Hall so I can stabilize the happiness in the region. I need to clean up the army in this location. The happiness here is still going down, but building this back up or fixing it will increase it by +1, so it'll be only -1 dropping. This will finish in 6 turns, the Royal Decree of People's Feast, so I'll get +2 happiness per turn. So pretty good overall. I used one of the priestesses here to get the favor of Apollo up to 644. I'm not going to use the second priestess for now. This one, I can definitely keep around. But I think I'll actually disband her to avoid all the losses that I'm taking to food. And in this one here, I'll just keep her for now and just use her again, so I get Apollo as close to 650 as possible as this guy goes to this region, so Apollo doesn't drop any more, or as fast as he's actually dropping. Aside from that, really good overall. Let's continue. All right, it is time now to take Odysseus here to clean up this rebellion. Really good overall chances to win. Let's make sure that we actually... Ooh, those are some good barter. Huh. Let's take the barter, actually. We have a lot of replenishment, so we should be okay here. There we go. We can get an army almost entirely back to full health. And then this army is really close to coming to Ithaca, so favor for Apollo and drop as fast as possible. And then for Zeus, this agent, I'll keep her here for now. She actually helps a little bit with happiness when standing passively with a skill that I selected for her, so that does help. And I do have a little bit more wood to use, so I can use it there. This region is going to stay kind of subdued for now. And in this one, I don't have enough gold to actually switch this to another temple. And, ooh, I can actually build this up. Let me see. I can build this, but I need a little bit more wood. Let me see where I can get it. Damn, actually pretty damn good. Yeah, let's stop building this up because I want to build this in order to get this up to tier 3 or to actually be able to get more growth or happiness to further stabilize this region here. So overall, really good progress, really good movement. This is still kind of delayed in terms of how much, you know, I've actually progressed here. But I can still build the armor and or the hero architect as I get the main settlements up in level in these regions. Let's continue. All right, so I got 3 priestesses over here ready to get Zeus up in level the next turn. This guy will help to maintain the favor up for Apollo and for Zeus. And then here is Odysseus. And I did the war right against the Corinthians and decided to join war through Mycenae. So I got a pretty good amount of resources. I want to make sure that at least I grab 1 to 2 of these settlements so I can trade them away to Mycenae and get a lot of resources and extra relations with them. I recruited another general here in case I need him to pop an army, if there's a big army here, to pop the army towards me out of the garrison so I have an easier time acquiring the settlement. So we'll see how that goes there. Definitely good movement around here. Got this building up the large quarry to the next level so I can get this up to tier 3. And then here getting this up to level 3 so I can start getting this built for Athena so I can start recruiting heroes at this location. And then here, still need a little bit more population surplus to get this to tier 3 to start upgrading these temples. Aside from that, not much else to do here. Let's continue. Alright, I put Odysseus in ambush stance here because I looked at the garrison here and it's absolutely disgusting with heavy sword skirmishers, island club warriors, and like renowned slingers. Like, I don't want to mess with this and whatever this army has and lose a lot of units because I want to keep them healthy for the next turn. Since I just got Prayer of Zeus at celebrated effect level, I popped a hecatomb and the Prayer for Zeus, right? And then all 3 of these priestesses I utilized to gain the favor of Zeus in this region. So now it's in a really good state there. I do need to actually make sure that Apollo doesn't drop too much. So I gotta make sure that I actually rotate some of these ladies over to any of these other regions in order to make sure that favor for Apollo does not drop too much. So I do want to perhaps move them this way, here where Apollo is, all 3 of them. And then actually keep her in this region so that happiness actually stabilizes. Because I think when they're in the region, it gives me +2 total favor. So from characters, I'm getting +15 happiness in the region. Everywhere else is struggling with happiness, but that's okay. That's not too bad of a steep penalty to have to be managing. -8 growth, local recruitment capacity penalty, and recruitment cost penalties not really affecting me too much at this time, given that I'm getting good amount of growth overall. So here, hopefully, I can take this before Mycenae actually does, because Mycenae took this settlement this previous turn. And then from there, I can trade the region away to Mycenae and get good relations with him and go from there. All right, what I want to do here is start doing all the deals with all of these major factions of the Danaan side, or Danaan, Achaean side, to be able to get as many resources as possible, taking advantage of the +15 to diplomatic bonuses from the prayer to Zeus. So I'm going to ask for a lot of food from Achilles here to get a non-aggression pact and a military access. He's not anywhere close to wanting a defensive alliance. You know, I could do this perhaps to do so, but we'll hold off on doing anything like that. What we will do is go back to diplomacy and work my way through the rest of these factions. So if we do a quick deal here, Salamis does want a non-aggression pact and a military access, and try to go for resources that are in red, or go for the ones that you really need to actually help you in your campaign early on. So we're gonna be short on wood for a very long duration of time, and also food. And I actually want to upgrade my army, because when you get to turn 20 to 30, you're gonna see the enemy garrisons become a bit stronger as they get higher in level. So definitely try to improve your army's overall power potential. So it's about time that I actually get enough bronze and food to get the heavy sword skirmishers and perhaps the spear runners to inflict a lot of damage on the enemy. So here we potentially could go here for the food or the stone. I think I'll go here for the food to get all that I need of food at, you know, in one fell swoop. So let's just get here a bunch of it. And I'm going to keep recruiting the priestesses over and over and over again. So I'm going to be running big hits to my overall food across all of these turns. And then here, no, I think there's nobody else of the major factions. Oh, Argos. Whoa, I don't even have an aggression pack with them. Let's add the military access, even though that lowers the deal. So we make sure that, you know, he's actually raiding me right now. Little punk. I don't know why he's doing that. But here, let's actually ask. Look at that. He's got 234 of gold, which I'm not sure why the hell it's in green, which is not really helpful for me in terms of doing deals. But what I can do here is ask for a bit of wood here, since I already have a pretty steep amount of gold as is. Sorry, of food as is. Let's get here the wood. 700. Maybe drop it a little bit. 80. 70. Okay, very good. It's gonna help me at least build 1 to 2 more things. So I don't think there's anybody else here. Let's go to military access, which I didn't have with this guy. And let's do the defensive alliance and do a single barter. And he is... So he is not interested in... He has abundant of these 3 resources, even though he really doesn't have much of it. So let's ask for as much bronze as I can from him, because I'm going to need about 5,600 total bronze to recruit heavy sword skirmishers. If I do a full army of them, I have to watch out for that. And here, let's ask for, I don't know, maybe... Okay, that's way too much. Oh, hold on. 80. 70. 5. 4. 3. Okay, very good. And then military access with him.
Odysseus is wise and
then from there, he still has these other 2 resources, but let's just ask for food. Actually, no, let's ask for the wood. There we go. Very good. And then ask maybe for a little bit of food. There. That's good enough. And then continuing here, nobody else appears at this front. I can't even get another aggression pack with Trey. That's kind of funny. So here is Sparta. And then do a defensive alliance. And he's short on gold as well. So let's actually go here for stone, or sorry, wood, because I do need it. He's got a pretty good amount that he can actually give me. Let's drop this down. 0.3, 900, 850, 8, 80, 5, 4. All right, very good. And then military alliance as well. Reason why you want to do all these is to improve relations with them. And if you get pulled into war with the Pelasgians, you can easily get peace with the Pelasgians, and then all your allies will stay at war with them. So it's basically a tug of war of the major factions going to war against each other across the sea, and you have free will to move throughout the map and acquire what you want as they're busy killing each other in the campaign. So this guy now is very short on all the other resources. Let's actually get some of this here. Very good. Go up, go up, go up. Oh, drop it down. That's good. We can just keep it like this. All right, very good. And then military access. Nobody of the major factions wants one. So here's Mycenae. He has...
also be won off the
Oh, military access. I thought I didn't see that. Okay, let's do a barter agreement and then ask for this gold that he has. Let's ask for as much gold as I can from him, because I'm going to need a lot of gold to be rotating the temples as I keep switching through them in the campaign. So let's do 45. Very good. And then another barter. And let's see how much I can get now. Not as much. There we go. 30, 25, 7, 28, 29. All right, for 5 more turns. Very good. So now I'm getting about 99 per turn, which is not bad. And I think that's all the deals that I can do, right? There's other factions around here that I can actually still do deals with, but I don't want to do deals with minor factions because these guys are going to go to war against each other. And then here, I lost the opportunity of acquiring this settlement because Mycenae basically sent everything he has to acquire the settlement. So the Corinthians are done. This army should stop, what do you call it? Trying to take this settlement from me this turn, or raid this settlement so I can avoid those penalties that he's hitting me with. I move my priestesses here so I can move them towards this area to make sure Apollo does not drop too much. And then here, I want to make sure that I get enough gold to switch this to Athena. And the reason why I want to get Athena to 300 is so I can get Mentor of Heroes and start recruiting heroes for free. And where I actually want to do that is I want to recruit them in this region, but I want to actually put Athena here as well to get that 200 extra favor. So then I can use Athena here to recruit units, while I utilize the Athena at this location to recruit all of the heroes for free with the messenger square built here to get 50% recruitment cost reduction for heroes. And then Zeus also is giving me 50% recruitment cost reduction for heroes and agents as well, by having it above 300. This one down here, I can actually also rotate the favor to different gods. And I also want to recruit a warlord down here to maintain favor up for that respective god. So the goal here is, I named this Hephaestus because in the end, after I get Athena here, recruit all of the heavy sword skirmishers, and get all of these, what do you call it, the 5 warlord mentors or commanders to get the agents recruited for free, then I'll be in a situation where I have a really strong army, have all 9 agents in the campaign already recruited at max rank, which you can potentially get by turn 30. And then be in an extremely strong situation where you can just switch this from Athena because you won't need it anymore. You just need it for recruiting to get a melee defense bonus for units recruited here. You can then switch this to Sanctuary of Hephaestus to get a 60% reduction to construction cost of all production buildings in the province from the actual Sanctuary building and from the tier 1 of Hephaestus. So then here you can actually start building the more expensive resource production buildings in this region and make this into a strong resource hub to get a ton of bronze, stone, and food in your campaign. And then you can use this one over here as well, change it to Hephaestus down the line to be able to then start getting more wood produced and stone produced in your campaign. You do want to get 1 temple for each god across, 9 total commanderies. So I need to actually start getting more commanderies in the campaign. And where I want to start proceeding to do so is places that are coastal regions, and the main settlement is coastal, so I can be able to then build the temple there. So the next one I want to go for is this one up here, which is a major settlement. This one here is also a major settlement, so I definitely want to push to the northwest. That'll bring me to a total of 6 total major settlements that I have, where 5 of them I can actually use for building temples. The rest of these up here, the major settlements, are on land, so you're really not getting a really good overall situation. So once you finish up all the way up here, it's actually time to actually rotate to the islands over here, and you can just jump through this area here where Mycenae is. So once you start jumping through this island here, then you have all these islands to then start acquiring, which are coastal regions, as well as proceeding with another epic mission, which is after the one that is currently active, where I have to put a spy up here in this northwest settlement. I have to acquire one of the islands that is around this region. So definitely that's your campaign progress. Maintain these 4 regions, push northwest to grab the 2 commanderies up here that have major settlements, clean up any enemies in between those settlements so you don't have anybody attacking you anywhere around here, because these guys don't necessarily like you too much. And then from there, move your really strong army towards these islands that are in the middle of the map so you can get a ton of coastal settlements, while your major allies push northwards towards enemies up here, push towards the northeast towards the Pelasgians. They have a lot of area to move around the map. So overall, really good start to the campaign, about 22 turns, with really good situation to be in to start recruiting a lot of units and get a lot of resources produced. And as right now, it's all about getting all of these temples built up in level and be able to get all of the agents that I need to. So I need to increase the local capacity of agents across many of these regions, so I can get 3 of each. And then, of course, keep making sure that the favor for Athena, Apollo, and Zeus stay at 300 or higher. So then I can make sure that I can get the spies recruited for free and the heroes recruited for free at really high rank. Overall, really good progress to the campaign. I really want to thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye bye.